Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Map Making with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very, very welcome. And welcome back to Duvo, the provisional name for my second ever map build. Now with any luck, by the end of this week, this map will be finished and up on the workshop. So we are mostly tinkering and fixing this week. Mostly. For a start, this beach looks good, doesn't it? Do you like it? I like it. But I like it more when it's smaller. Because basically, I went to the game engine and I realised that that beach is about 300 metres deep. That's a lot of sand, especially for a high tide mark. That's right, this is a map we'll be using with the TPB Tides mod. It's a very, very nice mod, and I figured at a high tide mark, well, you don't want to be 300 metres from the water if you're on holiday somewhere, do you? At high tide. At low tide, possibly, yeah. And I know there are exceptions to every rule, and somewhere in the world there will be somewhere that has a high tide mark of 300 metres deep. Right, we'll just let the water find its place there, of course. Now, tiny little glitch here I spotted once again in the game engine, which is now being fixed, and we're going to be doing a little bit of tidying around here. One other thing, you'll notice me pop a little bit more sand down in one spot. If you're worried about your map getting marked down because the sand doesn't reach the water, I basically do everything on how I context. If I buy into something and the context of it. This map is a river. What's it called? A river estuary, a heavily eroded island network, and I just wanted to have sand just reaching, or silt sand reaching just up all of the beaches, just enough. Now this hill a couple of episodes ago was very, very smooth and very round and very almost boring, and I just wanted to add a little bit more detail and roughness to it, a little bit of erosion, so to speak, just to make it look like it has been facing the elements from this side of the water where it's completely open to the elements, and I think I prefer that. I think it's a job done there. May come back and tweak it a little bit more, but I'm happy for now with that one. Now, when I went down to the testing, I noticed that this highway on the bottom here had a bit of a wobble in it, and I only noticed that when I took a ride along with one of the trucks in first-person view. And do you know what? It almost made me seasick. I was left and right, and I figured I could fix that by just basically demolishing the road, relaying the road completely, and then using the Move It mod to adjust in each individual node. I could have done it with the Move It mod, but there was so much wobbling around, it would have taken a lot longer than just relaying the road and then just moving the individual ones in a straighter relayed road. Anyway, that for me is a lot better. I will of course be testing more and be checking again just to make sure everything is fine, but I think that is the highway network fixed, I think. Now down here, this hill here is glitching really badly in the game engine. We've got some hidden terraforming issues, so we'll delete the road here, and you'll see there. And if I put the train lines on, you'll see, there you go. So we've got one bit that dives into a ditch, which looks really bad. And then the other one, when this covers, the road covers this one, it gives us a little bit of dragon's teeth, especially on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and slope this up more accurately, and then put the roads down afterwards. And hopefully that will look a little bit better. I've not tested it in the game engine yet to be able to see whether what I've done there works, but I suspect it will be a lot better than what we had before. That crest, of course, is a big clue as to what the final name of the map will be. I was talking last week about I might have to change the name that I'd chosen because of another map that's been released with a very similar name, not identical, and I've decided no, I'm going to stick with the name that I originally chosen. Thanks to everybody that suggested that they might want to help out, and maybe we could do a competition or something like that. But the problem with competitions is if I don't like any of the names that's put forward, I've still got to kind of choose a winner. And I kind of like the name for this site. And of course, if you then renamed the map for me and that crest makes no sense anymore, I might have to just get rid of it. So no, I'm happy with the name. I'm sticking with the name, and there we are. Now we're going to replace this bridge. Now if you remember last time round, there was something under the road that we couldn't delete, we couldn't remove, sorry, we couldn't move with move it, we couldn't select it, it wouldn't say what it was. We're going to find out by the end of today's episode what that was. Now this bridge isn't the same one that we used last time, I'm pretty sure, but I think I prefer it, and there's a bit of reasoning to this one. See, this bridge is very irony, very, very irony, and very old, sort of like 1800s, early 1900s industrial build. Then on the ends, the one, if you go up the screen, the next bridge up on the other side of the tunnels, it's very modern. So this is the modern one was the newest bridge. This is the second newest bridge, and then we have one more one over the causeway over here, which is going to be the oldest built bridge, but be modernised with the modern causeway over the top. This will make a lot of sense. I've chosen this as a reply because I literally couldn't find the same stone bridge that I used last time. Found this, kind of liked it. Not quite perfection. I wanted it so it would match up perfectly in the middle, and it doesn't. And I figured that this would be, okay, you could tell that I've changed my mind, yeah? But I figured that this would be absolutely perfect. Plopped it along there. We get the heights of the road just perfect on either side, and it does look mighty fine. And in fact, apart from one little problem, I would have stuck with this one. We're about to completely mess up the roads here, by the way, guys. I am absolutely failing. Part of the problem that I've got here, by the way, I'm going to tell you this. Part of this is your fault. Yes, you. Because I'm aware at the time that I'm doing this that I am recording to like show you how I'm making the map, and well, kind of I want to keep it to within like about a half-hour show, roughly thereabouts. So I'm partly rushing this, okay, and I know that some of the mistakes that I'm making here are, well, they're beginners' errors. And the first time I built this bridge, it was pucker. First time round, it was really, really nice. And what we've got now is me bodging it. Now the end result is fine. We get there. I get there. You've got nothing to do with this. Don't you take no credit. I finally get there by the end of the episode, more or less. At the end of the episode, this is 3/4 finished. Bearing in mind that by the end of the episode, the bridge that you see now is not the one we're going to be using. I know, it's going to be changing it. But yeah, just trying to get these roads to pop and clip and be well behaved. Obviously the heights are wrong as well at the moment, so we're going to try and fix that as well. And there we go, that's a lot tidier. So yes, I had a lot of fun and a lot of difficulty doing this. To be honest with you, had I not been recording and I had just done it in my own time, and just casually, muddled around with it, but I just wanted to make it right first time, and recording put the pressure on, and it just basically, well, it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. It makes me sad. Makes me so sad. But yes, what we're doing now is we're just going to get these roads down to the right kind of height and see how they pop together nicely there. It's not perfection, but it's nice, and I really like the look of it. I really like the look of this bridge, with a little bit more tweaking with the raised concrete highways. I figured that this would be as close to, I was just seeing whether I can put them alongside each other there, but no, it has got to be on top of each other. And now notice it's not straight. So I'm going to a lot of effort here to get them. Look at me. To get this straight and get all the angles right. You wait. It'll all disappear in a minute, and you see my face when it all disappears. And the dawn of realization that A, I've done something stupid, and B, that I've just wasted. I mean, how long have I spent doing this? Where are we? Probably 10, 12 minutes of my time. Just completely wasted because I made a boo-boo error. A simple boo-boo error. This bridge was never, ever, ever going to work for this map. There we go. Or delete all that work I did earlier. This bridge cannot work. I'm just going to copy and paste it. There you go. So it's always going to be straighter if you copy and paste it. Anyway, yeah, right. Pop it down there like that. Now, so we've got a bridge that is never going to work. Why? Well, see, the thing is, it looks solid. It looks rock solid, doesn't it? But you'll see in a minute. You'll see in a minute. Oh dear. Oh, I'm just sort of like rolling my eyes into the back of my own head while I'm doing this. Right. Let's build this. Now I've learnt my mistake here. I'm not building underwater this time. Right. We'll do that, and we'll select move it. We only want 4 nodes, so we'll get rid of the end node. Or should we have 5 nodes? I think we'll have 5 nodes. We'll pop that down there. That's quite nice there. And now we can elevate the whole thing in one go. We can come through way above the water's level now. And yeah, now we're at exactly the right level. And see how this is going to come together now. You see how right, we're going to connect it up. We will connect it up and everything will be fine. See, boom there, boom there. We're just going to straighten those up again. But oh, I can't wait for you to see what goes wrong. Can't wait for you to see what goes wrong. Ready? Select those. It goes in there. Beautiful. It's beautiful work. I am so proud of myself right now. Looking at that going, that is exactly what I've been after. My head is so full of success. Oh yes. Just need to tidy up these end bits, yeah? Okay. So now we'll do this again. We'll move that in and it will pop. I'm going to get that to pop. Maybe. Trying to get it. So once again, all this work is completely valueless. Oh, stop it. Oh, don't make me cry. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be a really nice feature when it's finished. It is. I'm promising you. Just not with the bridge that we used at the moment. Don't worry about that's gone underwater. That is fine. We can just align it. I need to have the node a little bit closer to be able to do the work I needed there. And just come over to check the water's level over here on the beach. It's not bad. Like I say, I need to possibly just come back and I needed a break from the bridge, by the way. That's what that was. And just coming over to check the water's level around here is all good. We'll go back to that bridge in a second. Don't worry. We haven't left it. Happy with that one. Back to this bridge. I needed to get away from it. Just a 2-second break. Right, so everything's going to be really good. We'll just move this up here so it joins up with the actual pillars. And that is looking okay. Sort of. Yeah, sort of. Disaster is about to strike and you've got no idea. You have no idea. Disaster is about to strike. Because what I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to test, see what the low water level is like and make sure everything looks perfect. Oh, done it again. Look, there you go. I need to align that with that. I just needed the node a bit closer. Bop. There. Right. So yeah, needed just basically an extra node closer to the bridge. Not happy with the arrows pointing to the right there. I'd rather they were straight on, but I tried everything I could to persuade the arrows to go straight on, and there was no persuasion at all. So yes, and we've got the same on the other side as well. All this work, and you're going to go, hang on a minute, what happened? And we're running out of time. Come on, BonBon. Get your bridge building, whatever's on. There you go. And that one, we'll select that height there. I'll stop it. And align height, boom. Looks good. Right, okay. So, wonder what this looks like at low tide. I'm still giggling. Look, see, bridge is floating. It's floating. At low tide, all of that is going to be floating. That's no good to me. That is absolutely no good to me at all. It looks great. Low tide, no use to me. Oh dear. Look, there we go. It's going to look something like that. So I've got to change the bridge. I've got no choice but to change the bridge. So in a second, I pump the sea level back up. Oh, it's too deep now. Look, the bridge crumbled. And we have got, well, a relic of a bridge on the bottom. And that is what we had under the bridge at the end of the last episode. I knew we'd get there in the end. I didn't know how long it would take though. So anyway, we have Waterworld for the moment. Don't worry, everything else is safe, everything is fine. We'll be back tomorrow. We will fix that bridge and we will move on and be one day closer to a completed. Thanks for watching and being patient with me. I'll see you very, very soon.